Now our basic networking fundamentals are clear. Our systems are pinging with each other. So now we are going to set up the remote management lab setup. That means we want to see how to use Telnet, SH and putty. This is very important. So in our case, this is the lab. That means we have got master system.example.com, which is having the address 172.24.0.1. To understand this lab, we are going to assume that this system is supposed in USA. We know that this is not in USA system, and we are assuming that all these three systems are in Chandigarh. Now suppose there is some problem with this USA system. So what we want to do, from by sitting on Chandigarh, by using Windows or Linux, we want to remotely manage this system. So how to remotely manage? For that we can use either Telnet or SSH. So first we are going to use the Telnet. That means we will see how to use the Telnet. So in our case, already we have created 3 users: Vipin, Anya and Nanu. So in our case, what we will try to do, first we will move to this software. From this we will try to Telnet to this software. We will see whether we are able to Telnet or not. Then we will see if the Telnet is not working, what to do. So in our case, initial lab is ready. So first of all, let us go to C10 system. So in our case, we will go to the C10 system. We will log in as a root user, and whatever is the password, we are going to give the password. So now what we are going to do, we want to say Telnet 172.24.0.1. Now what it is saying, trying, cannot connect or connect to address, connection refused. Why? Because by default, in our case, although we have already installed the software Telnet server, but we have not enabled that Telnet server. So let us first check whether our Telnet server package is installed or not. In our case, what we have done already, in our case, when we were setting up the lab, we already installed the required package, most of the required package. So in our case, Telnet is already in there. So now what I need to do, I need to enable Telnet server. So what is the command? systemctl start Telnet socket. This is the command for enabling. Now please remember, whenever we are using this command systemctl start, this is going to temporarily enable this server. Now when we are going to restart this system, again we have to run this command. So to make it permanently, we have to use enable command. And please remember, in older systems, older versions of CentOS or Red Hat Enterprise Linux, the command was check config telnet on, and for permanently and temporarily enabling that. But now in new version, the command uses systemctl. That means now temporarily we have enabled, permanently we have enabled, and we will run one another command who. Now what it is saying, when I am running this command, it is showing that root user is logged in from terminal 1, and this is the date. Now what we will do, I will go there. Again we are going to run this command telnet. Now it is saying master login. So in our case, according to our lab, I will try to log in as a Vipin user from this system, Anya as a this, and Nanu this. So how to log in? It is asking for the username. So username is Vipin and password is whatever is. In our case, we have given. Now we have logged in as a. Now suppose if I am going to make the file, I am making one file, file1, and putting some material there. Now where this file is going to get saved? Now please remember, whenever we are saving the file, because we are remotely working on this system, so whenever we are going to create any data, where it is going to save, it will be getting saved on master system. And when we are going to run this command who, what it is saying? That means one another user is logged in, vpn sudo terminal, this is the date, and this is the system from it. That means remotely we can log. Now what about this system? And we can verify also. That means if we are going to let me open one another terminal, so we can root 1 2 3 4 whatever is the password. Sorry, we have to log in as a VPN user. Now if you are going to carefully look, that file is available there. And suppose if I am going to create one file here, file 2, again, now how many files are there? Now this file we have created on master system. Is this going to visible on a remote system? Yes, because whatever files are there, whether you are logging to that system, master system, by sitting on local system or remotely, whatever material is there, that will be available. Now we do not need these files, so we are going to delete. That means we have logged in as a VPN user. Now we will go to the C20 system. Again, what we will try to do? We will again try to log in as some other user. So what is the command? And please remember, in our case, we have already installed all the software that are required in client system also. So Telnet, and we will log in as an Anya user. Now if we are going to view this file, let us log out, go to first terminal, let me clear the screen. Now if we are going to run this command who, what it is saying? That means VPN user logged in from C10 system, Anya user logged in from C20 system, and let us check from whether we can remotely log in from Linux system, from Windows system also or not. So 24 0.1, and we will use the third user, and we are able to log in. And if we are going to go there, if we are going to view what it is showing, that means VPN user login from C10, Anya from C20, and NNO user from C30. Now for suppose from this system, I want to perform some critical functions. Suppose I want to add some user, suppose Rajiv user. What it is saying? Permission deny. Because this type of work only root can do that work. So let us see whether root is able to log in remotely or not. So what we will do? Telnet. We will try to log in as a root user. Whatever is the password, we are going to enter. Now please remember, this is the issue with Telnet. Telnet will not allow you to log in as a root user remotely. Why? Because the Telnet is not a secure protocol. That means if whether we are logging as a normal user or a root user, Telnet sends the password in a clear text. That means from this system, if I'm trying to log in as a VPN one, whatever is the password, and from this system root, now whatever the text will be sent, it will be in clear text. Suppose if we have got one another system is there, suppose C40, and on that system we have installed some packet sniffer software like Wireshark or Can Enable, then what will happen? That software will be able to capture all the traffic. That means it will be able to capture the username, password of VPN or root. That is why Telnet by default does not allow assessing it by using root user. So that is security mechanism one inbuilt. But again, you cannot perform remote management until and unless we are going to log in as a root user. So what is the method? How we can remotely log in as a root user from remote system by using Telnet? So in our case, let us check. So in our case, we will use the Telnet. We will log in as a nano user. We will enter the password. Then we are going to run this command, switch user -root. Now what will happen? Now it is allowing us to log in as a root user. Now what you can do? You can add user at whatever user you wanted to add. You can give the passwords also. So that means indirectly you can log in as a. So we will log out. We will log out from these systems also. That means all the systems we do not want now. So what is the problem with the Telnet? It sends the password in clear text. So not the recommended method. Now if we are going to run now this command, only the no remote user is logged in. So the problem with Telnet is that it sends the password in clear text, so not the recommended protocol. And in cloud computing, it is not allowed. That means you are not allowed to use Telnet for remote management. So what is the alternative? So we will see what is the alternative that we can use for remote management.